So now let's complete the setup for our knife skills section. 4 people are going to be working on the table, so you only want to take up a little amount of room. Make sure there's equal room for all 4 members. Work as a team setting up, one person setting up mats, one person setting up cutting boards, etc. Make sure you're all communicating, working together. Have our side towels next to it. For the knife skills, we're going to need our chef knife, paring knife, bench scraper. This will help with picking up products, putting them into containers. Be aware of sanitation practices. Don't have soiled knives. Chop vegetables, herbs, all that stuff can start to accumulate and look really messy. And we also have our containers that we need for the knife skills. We can put our finished product in here, as well as any trim or scrap that come from that product. Like, let's say we're dicing carrots and we trim off all the outsides, put them in a separate container, because they can be used in soups, they can be used in stocks, in mirepoix. So let's make sure that you're not just throwing them in organic waste, because those are products you can use somewhere else. Just put the peelings in the appropriate container. Move these onto the table so you work in and out of them. Just make sure that you're not making too much clutter on the table, because the judges will look at that and see that you're not managing your space efficiently. And this should complete our setup for knife skills. So our knives, we have our knives laid out nicely on a clean towel. The blade should be facing away for you, so if you go to reach for the knife, there's no danger of you cutting yourself.
When you're done with your setup period and you're about ready to start your knife skills section of the competition, on your table you should have nothing except your cutting board, your knives, containers for your vegetables to go into, and your timer on the table. And you shouldn't have anything besides that on the table. Your vegetable product will be brought out of the cooler where you're keeping it right before you start cutting. That's all.
So how do you go about using all of the knife cuts that are required in the rules and incorporate them into your menu somehow, whether it's the medium dice, the chiffonade of herb or lettuce, or a julienne? You could quickly saute it and use it as a vegetable. Or for the mincing, you can add minced garlic, minced shallots, minced herbs to finish your food or to saute with.
After the knife skills portion of the competition, you'll be setting up for your protein if you're doing the chicken butchering and the cooking portion. When you set up for that, you want to make sure that there's nothing on the table other than what you're actually going to be using. You'll have your cutting board, your utensils, your knives that you're going to start with. In addition, the butane burners and your pots will be set up to begin with, but make sure that you don't have anything on the table that you don't actually need right at that moment.